only killed one stream.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone on stream. Or Frici, as it is otherwise known.
Yeah.
I'm not sure actually. I showed Mekiador joining, and I've also showed Mekiador parting. So whether he's there or not.
Well, if you're there, Mekiador,
If you're there,
hi.
hello Meki. If you're not there, you bastard.
If you're not there, hi anyway.
Mekiador.
Yeah. So, brief recap from last session. I won't say last week because we didn't play last week, but last session, we finished off on a bit of a cliffhanger because Makoto, Lucille, Natalia and Silva were in the middle of a bit of a scrap with a bit of a bot.
I think it was all of a bot, to be honest.
Yes, I wasn't there to rip its arm off.
Why not?
Computer ship. Hacking.
You were the only person small enough to fit through the vent.
And yes, indeed, Elenia was still up in the security area trying to leech tons of information out of the computer that she'd somewhat hurriedly jury-rigged
is the
together.
term.
Yes.
To
MacGyver.
lash up. Yes.
So let's start with some initiative rolls for those involved in the little bit of a fracas upstairs.
Yeah. I knew there was
Upstairs,
something I hadn't done. Character sheet.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. And fly out. I
Wow.
thought I had too much room on my screen.
Select me.
I really want to kill that thing now.
Well, starters you mean to go on, Fishy?
Well, you can cut it
Single
into
figure
small
initiative?
pieces. And you see, I knew you were having a fight, so I figured I could eat my cornetto. Well, my not cornetto. Because cornetto would be a death sentence.
I've actually found that the not cornettos that we get from, I think it's Tesco, are actually nicer than the cornettos.
Mhm.
Other brands of ice cream
Tesco?
are available.
Tesco's soya cornetto.
Oh, soya.
Uh-huh.
Cool, I didn't know they did them.
Milk allergic.
Right.
They cost twice as much, of course, but
Sod's law.
such is life.
They are nice.
Let's make sure I get Natalia's initiative in there.
Would you like me to roll attacks for the robot?
No, you're
With
okay.
my magic dice
No.
cup?
I can do that. I'm sure Fishy would appreciate, or possibly even Makoto, given that it's looking at her at the moment, would appreciate not getting completely nailed to the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least give me a fighting chance.
Darn. In that case, so that I'll get my lighting sorted.
Didn't quite add Natalia's
Glowing
initiative properly, so let's do this manually. And so Makoto goes first.
Yes.
Now you've already done a fair amount of damage to this thing. There's sparks happening all over the place. So far it's not actually been able to get even a good bead on whoever it's trying to shoot at with its gun arm. Not only has the shot's been going well, but it's not even been pointing in the right direction, so there's every chance its targeting's off.
That's really good to hear.
I think it's been hacked a couple of times with katana, has it not?
It has?
Yeah.
Have you considered grabbing its gun arm and aiming it yourself at its head or something?
No, I
I
haven't.
did think maybe you were going to suggest at Natalia.
Well, that's one way to get rid of a character.
Sorry, Wenchkin. Not my fault if it goes that way.
No, I think I will just, boring as I am, try to slash the opening a little more wider. So maybe it gets detached from its lower half.
Go for it.
Okay, it was just clicking on the weapon, right?
Clicking on the weapon,
the-
yep. There we go. Wow. Another solid strike from Makoto there.
Wooble.
So metal.
Cutting through the other way, you can almost see the servos and the gimbal joints inside where it's pivoting at what would normally be the hip and torso area. There's bits of sparking cable and God knows what hanging out the bottom.
What a beautiful sight.
Natalia is going to spend her turn trying to fix at least one of her guns. Because if you remember last turn, she fumbled
Oh yeah.
and her guns went fizz, pop, bang.
Oops.
Oh yes, yes.
So, and
An ideal time for the GM to be a sadist.
I'm a bad man. Incidentally, having watched some of the previous streams, I'd completely forgotten that Winchkin was playing Natalia as a Scot, so I shouldn't have been trying to do an Aussie accent at all. I should have been trying to do an Aussie doing a Scottish accent.
I had forgotten
you
that.
were?
Yes.
Right, must target Elenia.
Elenia hiding.
Okay, the
And then
targeting on the bot is off, and it shoots up through the ceiling into the security room.
Which is below you? Where the hell are you?
Okay, down through the floor. I keep getting lost as to where we are.
Yeah.
So it
me
is the
too.
bot's turn.
Through the floor. We realise we're in the TARDIS.
Boo, bot, boo.
Okay.
Okay, you
Right.
don't have to take every single hit.
Makoto.
Yes.
What do
It
you want
looks-
your new character to be?
It looks at Lucille, brings its gun arm round, pretty much level with your torso, and fires.
Mm. Ouch.
And what? Right, if I remember rightly, you're wearing armor, aren't you?
It's light armor. I'm just wearing a
Right.
leather
Say yes.
jacket.
If you
Yes.
look, if you look on the details, it should say that it's got a damage reduction rating, one versus energy, one versus impact.
One versus impact.
Yeah.
Right. It does 13 points of damage to your chest. It's basically just unleashed all merry hell at pretty much point blank range, with effectively an assault rifle that's built into its arm, which is impact damage. So if you can take off that 13, the value of the impact damage reduction, that's how many hit points damage it does to you.
Where's the
yeah.
voice owl?
That yeah. I only have 11 hit points. I think I find myself on the floor next to Lucille now. Pretty much dying.
What's the
You
what's the
can Wolverine.
Think we have a problem.
what's the so the damage reduction is 2, is it, or is it less than 2 for impact?
It's 1.
It's 1. Okay, so yeah, that drops you straight to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch!
You know that whole regeneration thing you do?
Yeah.
Now's the time to hit the go switch.
This could be a problem. Including armor, I can take 8 points of impact damage before I also fall over.
Shit.
I've got the solution to that, Gavin. Don't get shot.
Yeah.
Run the hell away. That's a good solution.
Dodge and weave.
It did.
This strikes me. It's like the moment in Deus Ex just before I hit reload. I haven't died yet, but everything's gone horrible.
If it makes you feel any better, that wasn't base damage. That was a critical.
That I noticed
Thank
you
God for
adding
that.
a critical in chat there.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel a bit better. Not a lot, but a bit.
Yeah, spent the entirety of the last session missing completely. This time, first roll, bam, 20. Ooh, 20. Christ.
Shit.
But it's okay. They're far better with you rolling than me.
So
Well,
you,
yeah, I think,
you guys have just seen this almighty rapid fire shots from the arm. Makoto's dropped like a stone, and Silver, it's your go.
Yeah. it is, isn't it? Well, I was firing at it with the holdout pistol that I nicked off Baron. So I suppose I shall continue with that. I will step into the doorway, yell, "Oi!" because I can't think of anything more exciting and interesting to yell.
Oi.
Yeah.
Captain Silvertongue yells,
Yep, he's
"Oi!"
apparently been so disturbed by the sight of his companions being damaged that he's completely lost his silver tongue. So,
That's really specific critical.
however, he can actually hit.
Yay!
Excellent.
Yes, that's an 18 ranged attack. So I don't know what the damage is on this holdout, other than not very much.
It was D6.
D6, right. Gosh. Well, we're okay. I've done 2 points to it. Well, less its armor. We'll be fine.
Have you considered crack shot?
Is that crap shot?
Makoto, would you care to
Yes.
roll me a D8, please?
A D8.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hope that that's the amount of hit points she gets back.
It's a 5.
Okay. As you wake up on 5 hit points, where this thing caught you in the chest, you have a warm sensation.
In my pants or where?
No,
I was
around the
gonna say,
wound.
that's really disturbing. In addition
Yes,
to a critical, you've just wet yourself.
A warm sensation around the wound.
Yeah.
Almost like you can feel
I've
your
been
body
shot. I feel so
knitting
warm and
itself
cozy.
back together.
Okay.
Oh, as Gavin and wait, is that Mary or Pippin?
That's Mary.
Congratulations, you have found your second, or in your case, third, keys and ability.
Don't die.
I'm immortal.
Every now and then, you get hit points back rather than just healing quickly.
Oh, that's handy in combination.
Is.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I just
But that's
am glad to be able to breathe again.
yes, that's sudden. I'm not dead. Yes.
I believe I can.
Awesome.
Natalia now has a
Sorry.
working gun.
Tail.
Sorry?
I'm just watching the tail periodically impinge on
Yeah.
Gavin's face.
I'm hoping he'll settle down, but so far, no.
No, just feed him your Dougal and you'll be fine.
I don't want to feed him McDougal.
Dropping one of her guns to the floor, which is somewhat gutted and in pieces, Natalia points her remaining gun, which is now has various bolt-on bits attached to it, at the bot, and no way.
Critical hit.
I'm just going to pop this on screen for a second. You should be able to see that if you look at the stream, I think.
At which point my stream goes into spinny circle mode. Really?
Oh, nice. Exactly the same as
Ooh,
what?
that's another 20.
Yes.
Good grief.
So far this evening, I've rolled 4 20s.
Yeah, the rest of us will be, we'll go get a coffee. You just do the fight.
Yeah.
I just
So
hope this
good.
is our only enemy encounter today, so you don't have to roll any 20s.
Right,
More.
clearly taking aim at
Depends
the.
on whether or not he's rolling for random encounters on a D20, doesn't it?
Clearly taking aim at where Makoto has been doing most of her work. Natalia takes careful aim, squeezes off the trigger. Massive muzzle flash, bigger than you would normally expect from her Colt Burton, and just blows what's left of the midsection of the robot to pieces as it lands to the floor.
Nice.
Top half slightly twitching as the servos run out of battery, and the bottom half just sort of trying to walk, but the legs are in the air.
Yes, I think that's rather more what we were going for.
Yeah. I would applaud if I'm not still busy recovering. Good one.
Yay.
So,
well done.
how is everybody?
I'll live, says Natalia.
I think weirdly, I will too. I'm not sure what happened there. And
How
I'm
is Lucille?
propping my gunshot
Lucille
wound.
is unconscious but not badly injured.
That sounds like the story of Lucille's life, so.
Yeah, only this time it wasn't through inebriation and self-medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Okay, well, if there's actually a chair behind that desk there, I
There is.
will prop Lucille up in the chair.
Okie dokie, that's fine. She's not particularly heavier than anyone else, so yeah, she may be a little bulkier than she used to be, which was moderately bulky. But she's not impossible to move, certainly.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bench press or
Yeah,
anything,
that's
so
fine.
I think it should be okay.
Oh, there's an image. And you found your next power. People
Super
lifting.
strength. Say that, now you have a somewhat battered robot in 2 non-functioning pieces on the floor.
What sort of a gun did it seem to have?
It looked like it was an assault rifle style weapon, so it was probably a very limited amount of ammo given that it was internal to the arm.
Yeah. Just wondering whether it might come in useful. First off, though, Natalia, how are we coming on with that that power generator?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Whatever was done to it, it wasn't in any danger of anything nasty happening.
Ah, now we find out.
So I can just switch it on if you want.
Did I want to switch
That-
it on earlier? Did you say no, it might
Sounds-
explode?
We didn't know.
Now we know.
We
That
are all
sounds like
mechanical
an excellent
noobs.
idea then.
All right.
Do it.
If you're sure it's okay.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely, 100%. The messages on the little display, complete poppycock. There was nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Uh-huh. You look at the state of her detonated guns and think, this is the person in whom I have total technical confidence.
Yeah. Given that we've remembered that she has a Scottish accent, I'm half expecting her to say, I can get the generator working in 4 hours, but you haven't got 4 hours, so I'll do it in 1.
Trouble is that sounded too much like Simon Pegg.
Yeah, that was closer to Simon Pegg than James Doohan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I just prop myself up and give the robot a last filthy look before I gather up my things, because I think I dropped my pistol
You did.
last time. And also check on Lucille
Okay, Lucy.
after I got up finally again. and pat Silver on the back like, yeah, we did it, hey.
I think we're going to need to get out of this place fairly quickly. I'm rapidly running out of ammunition. There are many more of these robots. We may have to beat them to death with a chair. And that didn't go so well last time.
Well, we should get Elenia back, because she handled herself pretty well in the last fight without any guns.
That's true. And if we're turning the power back on, we can go up and let her know that she can power up the rest of those computers and see what's on them.
Yeah.
If anyone thinks to tell me that you got attacked by a robot,
That's a good point. We have comms, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You do. I was wondering when you were
Yes.
going to remember this.
Elenia, power should be coming back on if you want to stop mucking about with batteries.
excellent. Fantastic.
As the machine you're
I thought it
looking
was
at.
going to
I went
explode.
there's a security robot down here with some sort of a built-in gun. You might want to watch out for those.
Up
You
there,
never
you
know,
mean?
There might be another one.
Are you having a recurrence of that?
Well,
old-
wherever we are, where we are now, that's where it was.
Okay. You see, I can remember that my character has an accent. But the trouble is I have to go into Vickers Vandermerve to get a warm-up on it, so there we go.
Fucking prawns.
Yes, exactly. Excellent, though. So, security robot, you say? So that's 2.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was a proper one. It had a gun.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see if
Detective one.
let's see if this card will get me into the other terminal and see
I
if I can get
think, I'm not
control of the
sure.
robots.
I think it killed Makoto, but it didn't take.
I'm back. Zombie Makoto. Woo!
So, right, you're looking at the computer, just getting set to swipe the card through.
Mm-hmm.
It fizzes, pops, and dies just as the lights and stuff start to come on elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
As Natalia finishes the startup sequence on the generator.
Okay. I'll kill its power, then repower it up again in the hope that it will now run off the mains.
Okay.
Rip out the batteries and plug it back in, basically.
Yep, no problem. It does come back up.
Ooh, pretty lights. Well, as if I recall correctly, I can see electricity, which I think only happens after you take a specific type of mushroom.
None have seen a box with many legs which looked at them without eyes, and they are called idiots. Congratulations to anyone who can identify the book.
Is it the Colour of Magic or is it Light Fantastic?
It is the Light Fantastic.
It's Light Fantastic, yeah.
I thought it sounded somewhat Pratchett.
Oh, it was definitely
Pratchett,
Pratchett,
it was
yeah.
just whether it was the first or the second one.
Yeah, it's after they reappear on the disc after falling
Yeah.
off the edge in the first book, so that's its Light Fantastic.
Yes, and the luggage is chasing them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. So, yes, I am going to, having diddled around with the admin computer, I'm going to have a go on one of the other consoles and see if I can find actual security measures. For example, control of security bots. See if there's any link to this system.
Okay, computer use, please.
I was going to say, I see a computer use
See,
hoping into
there are other skills in this game that aren't observation related.
Yeah, there's the computer use, which is the only other thing I've done.
Right, while
Oh,
Elenia
hang on,
is
I'm ready.
computering, what are you guys downstairs doing? Or upstairs?
I would like to take a rest.
I'm adding that second critical because you forgot.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Yes. See, I'm okay adding the NPC critical, but when I do a player critical, it skips my mind because it's a player one.
Magic Dice Cup of Doom. Okay, so that's a roll of 18, so 21.
Very nice. Yes, there is a remote control for any of the security droids that you may not have yet forcefully deactivated.
How many are showing as online?
Let me take a quick look at how many I stuck on all these maps.
The army of 67 droids marches towards you.
Well, there are 12 of them, but it's okay because they're all in one place, just about here.
I'm not that evil.
Apparently we lost Ness. Or I lost Ness anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, recovering lost connection.
Oh.
And she looks terrified. It's like, the knife-wielding maniac.
Yeah,
has
it's
just
almost like it's sort of
walked in.
starting to spit and bang and pop in front of her. But
Pardon?
the computer.
Oh, right. Okay. Having said, this is it. You said her computer was stable and running fine. You bastard. Did you not know not to do
doomed
that?
it, yeah.
Doomed. Doomed.
Right, there appears to be one more active security bot, but you
Right,
cannot locate it.
Can I kill it?
You can send the kill command, but it's not registering as being anywhere within the facility.
Okay. Right. I'm going to report this back to Silver. There's
Who
another
meanwhile
bot.
has wandered off because We never did check out because we were worried about decompression. We never checked out the airlock properly.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's heading back down there and examining it again to see if there's any real indication of whether there's anything actually wrong there.
Okie doke. Right, the
So
first
you
thing...
were saying, Drat,
Oh, hello. We've lost this completely.
it obviously failed to reconnect.
Yeah.
I'm suspecting she's crashed.
Yeah. Sounds like. There's another bot on the system, but don't know where it is. It's not in the facility.
Really? He says, just as he's about to open the airlock.
Right,
Yeah.
the door that you are in front of, this door here, is off its hinges.
That's okay, so silver.
Which is why I've just completely revealed the area beyond the door.
So
It looks
that's
distinctly
not
like the bot
good.
has just gone through, literally just pulled the door apart to get past it.
Yeah.
These
Claustrophobic bot?
lockers in here have all been wrecked, and there is significant denting damage to this door here. This door here seems unmolested.
Right.
Both of them are very heavy airlock doors.
Yeah. And
Oh,
both of them are actually closed, so I'm not currently being blown out into
Correct.
space or the surface of a airless world or what have you.
Star Universe.
Things aren't looking so good here. This idea of the bot having left the base, I'm convinced something's done quite a number on... It's not actually the inner airlock door, but it's the door leading into the area where the airlocks are. And there's some significant damage to one of the airlock doors. So
I'm
I'm a little bit
sorry.
worried.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I pulled the plug. It's not. It didn't freeze at all. I just pulled the motherfucking plug of my PC.
Well done. Well
I'm
done.
so sorry.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Well done for something totally new on stream. Accidentally unplugged computer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have 2 long legs, and I didn't realize how long they were. They reached.
See,
Oh,
being
I see.
short has its
Converts it
advantages.
into-
I can actually empathise with that. I haven't pulled the plug out on my PC, but I regularly catch the Ethernet cable coming out of the back of my router and pull it off the back of my desk.
You see, I've worked out exactly where I can put my feet. This is why I sometimes turn sideways, because if I stretch, I turn off my Ethernet. Because I've got a home plug.
See, I planned this, so when I put everything in this room, I made sure that my computer or the cables were nowhere near where my feet were going to go.
Planned.
Sense
Yeah,
makes
I'm
sense.
familiar with this word, but never tried it.
Yeah.
Right, so,
Right.
just for Rangester's benefit, Silver has wandered off to check the area that he thought might have been an airlock previously, and
Okay, cool.
has found that one door was ripped asunder, one door has been heavily dented, and all the lockers in the area have been trashed.
Okay.
When you say trash, do you mean trash searched? Or just trashed, smashed?
The latter.
I think there is a very good chance that this bot went wrong.
You reckon?
What does slightly concern me, though, is that the damage to this airlock door... Well, the door hasn't been ripped open, so... If the bot is outside, it's because the door opened and then closed behind it.
Yeah. Which it seems to be.
It's a heavy door.
Mm-hmm.
There is the possibility that the bot might not be outside.
What, you reckon sitting in the airlock?
Well, I hadn't actually considered that.
You
I
feeling
was
better
more
now you are?
thinking... Yeah, I was more thinking that it could still be loose somewhere in the facility and simply have its tracking disabled, rather than... If it's gone rogue, it could have been deliberately sabotaged as a diversion by whomever came in, killed some people, and did whatever they were doing. In which case, as part of the sabotage, they might have disabled the tracking, so it could still be somewhere in here. Or I could be making problems for ourselves that we don't really have.
That's a warm and comforting thought to take to bed at night.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's why I keep a warm, comforting gun to take to bed at night.
I thought that was why you kept a warm, comforting drone.
There's nothing warm or comforting about Betsy. Those drones are much more expensive. So I've heard.
I assumed you just put her in pyjamas. Oh, my fishy blush.
Kind of a 3-foot tall walking Furby or something, maybe.
Oh, you don't want to get onto the gel padding I was considering then.
No.
Okay. Right.
So I think
Okay,
the moral
maybe-
of the story, anyway, is let's all keep our wits about us and be aware, just in
Yeah.
case.
Agreed.
So are you going to explore outside then?
Which part of airlock do you not get?
Just wondering. You
Now
might have
everything
found
here has
out-
been trashed. I don't think we're going to find a working vacuum suit here. I'll have a look around. We might be able to find enough bits to construct one, but I'm not very hopeful.
I was wondering, perhaps your superpower might turn out to be Brute's vacuum.
It might also turn out to be a resistance to stupid ideas.
What?
Just wondering.
Isn't that just common sense?
In which case he's immune.
I would have said uncommon sense. Most people don't seem to have it.
Yeah. Also true.
Yeah, that was a voice of the player, not the character.
Yeah, it was rather. Okay, so yeah, Silver will indeed search around in here and see whether there's enough to cobble together one or more vac suits from what I assume is going to be almost entirely destroyed components.
Whilst the lockers themselves have been ripped off the walls, thrown around, smashed, most of what's inside are fairly well intact.
Ooh.
Aside from one completely mashed helmet, which out of... Oh, you're right over the thing. 4, 6, 7 lockers. You've got... The remainder are in pretty good condition.
Okay. Are there enough there for all of us?
Yes.
Cool.
I take it back. We have vac suits, so if need be, we can evacuate the building. Don't know there's anywhere to go, but we can get out of the building.
It is a little mix and match, but there's enough for everyone, definitely.
Alenia's going to
Oh,
go
I don't
back
know,
to the
but I don't know that
security.
I'm going to accept mix and match. I mean, if I don't have, if I've got the gloves a different colour to the rest of the suit, I would rather stay here and starve.
Who are you, cat?
Makoto, would you mind hitting Silver with a sword?
Yeah, sure. Let me just quickly crawl over there.
Okay, fine. You regenerate the thing. I was going to go through the computer, the security computer again.
Yep, you've made your
And
vastly
just
high...
look for camera feeds.
I'm just going to AFK pretty quickly while you do that.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Right, camera feeds. You can
Yep.
get camera feeds on almost all of the interior of the facility. The camera in the computer room on the level that Silver and Co are on is non-functional.
Makes sense.
The camera just outside the room you are in is non-functional, as is the camera pointing at the lift on the floor you're on. And the only other non-functional cameras simply say external.
Yeah,
indication of
those
where
were the
they
ones I
are.
wanted. Yeah, that was what I was after. Okay. Which kind of knackers my initial thought. Do we have any logs of arrivals and departures in the base?
The only logs that you've seen are paper logs that were in the floor that Silver and Co are on. There's nothing that you can find amongst the computer that you have on hand.
Okay. May have exhausted the possibilities of this.
It may be, given how high your roll was, that
Yeah.
rather than them simply not being there, they were possibly purged as a part of the evacuation.
Either as part of the evacuation or whoever was responsible for triggering said evacuation
Also
to cover
possible.
their asses, which is pretty much what I was after. Okay. In that case, as a final roll, hypothetical roll of the die, as to where I'm going to look for any locked doors, any secured doors in this facility.
Okay. Locked as in...
Locked as in lockdown.
Okay, the...
Anything that would have locked down when the security alert, when the evacuation went off.
Right, all 3 airlock doors, external facing airlock doors, are flagged as locked down.
Okay. Looks like you couldn't have got out anyway.
Yeah.
However, is there a way to convince the computer that this was a test and thereby release the doors?
Possibly. It would require a little bit of
Persuasion.
work and persuasion, but a computer use roll would suffice with that.
Okay. Because if we want to get outside, we're going to have to get those doors unlocked. The best way I can think of doing it is to convince this computer that it wasn't actually a proper evacuation. Stop laughing. Okay, we make that roll, so that's a total of 19.
Okay, you reckon you can convince it to do it? All you got to do is finish the line that you are typing, hit return, and they should unlock.
Right, I'm glancing over my shoulder because I'm expecting something to attempt to skewer me to the computer.
Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything behind you. You know, the body is where you left it. You can still see the wreckage
That's
of the
always
droid
handy.
just by the door. I have been watching The Walking Dead.
Well, there's
so
no guarantee of bodies remaining where you leave them. I mean, look
No.
at Makoto. She got up and moved.
Right. Please do not make me go into that song because every time Undead is mentioned, I keep wanting to go into Hoodoo, you voodoo.
We could all
Yeah,
use a
we need to
musical
scream all
number
of
at the
that.
moment.
Which is the fault of Dead Island, of course.
Yeah.
That did look a lot of fun yesterday.
It,
It is quite fun, yeah.
very, very silly. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to finish typing that line and unlock the airlock doors.
Okay.
I'm unlocking the doors. If there's anything trying to get back in, it might do. Be careful.
Right.
I'll leave. Just in case.
Okay. As Elenia finishes the command, hits return, you hear the mechanical locks inside the doors release. That's I'm looking at the wrong part of the map here. In fact, I'm looking at the wrong map entirely. Let's go back away from Elenia's map
always a
and
giggle.
over to
Yeah.
Fish's map.
Elenia discovers a whole new load of airlocks which were right in the room she was in. Elenia regrets her decision.
So yes, you hear the locks on that door and that door both retract with a fairly resounding clunk. The secure light
Okay.
on the door goes out.
If I don't hear sounds of insane drones coming back in, I shall creep down and look through the broken door.
Okay,
Minigun drone approaching.
there's no signs of
Warning.
any drones or
Your base
robots
is
of any
under
sort.
attack. Yeah.
There's
Okay,
nothing
I'm going to
activating the doors from
I'm
the
gonna
other
check
side.
the dented airlock.
Yep.
I want to see what. Basically, I want to check whether the damage continues on the inside, whether whatever it is got through this door.
No.
Essentially.
Start.
No, I can quite happily. You're opening this door, yeah?
Yeah, I will. Unless, of course, there's a big red light saying, zero
pressurised.
atmosphere, do not open.
No, whatever was happening didn't go inside that airlock. It was just on that door.
Okay, yeah, the damage to this airlock door does not continue into the airlock itself. My theory about the drone still being in the base looks like it's holding water.
Yeah.
I should point out, I've noticed that my performance as Silver has been getting more and more upper class as the campaign goes on. And that is not his background, so I should make sure that it is clear that while he does talk like that, it sounds fake. Every now and then it slips, and it's obviously not his real accent.
Ah, Keanu Reeves in Dracula.
Yeah, it sounds like an American doing an English accent, or the English people that you hear in Hong Kong movies, who always sound slightly fake.
Okay. Painkillers.
So, anybody got any suggestions as to what we do next?
There's another door on this floor that we haven't checked out yet. It's close to the stairs here.
Huh.
So maybe we check that out too. Maybe we find the drone there.
I think, wasn't that another airlock?
Yeah, I think so.
It was a heavy bulkhead door but yes,
Heavy bulkhead door, yeah.
that could easily
Yeah.
function as a airlock or an airtight door.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
shall
no.
we go and check that out then?
Well, I should have
Nice.
unlocked everything.
Yeah, I can't see the Alt key. It's much more
Okay.
difficult moving without snapping to grid if the cat insists on being directly in front of your Alt key.
How does he know?
I don't know.
Who said your cat can type?
Just wait till it develops opposable thumbs.
No, I think it's just that he recognises that my hand is so often in that part of the keyboard because it's where the WSAD keys are. So that's where he wants to be to block my access.
Cat SAD.
Right, yes, this door, Fishy, is unlocked.
Okay, right.
And it
well,
shows that the other side is pressurised.
let's open it then.
Have you seen Ice Station Zebra? I just ask out of curiosity.
Not for a very
Remember
long
the-
time.
The torpedo tubes.
Ah,
A
yes.
long explanation of what you do and finishes up with you rewire so that the door registers close when it is, in fact, open.
Open.
It has been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember the scene.
Yeah. I'm going to do that to somebody in some sci-fi.
That's because you're evil.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything really here of any great interest, is there? Unless there's something that isn't marked on the map.
There is a door just
There is a door.
there.
However, I know that this is the outside wall, so unless there's an extension here, I have no intention of opening that door. Does it have a window in it that I can look through?
It does not.
Does it have any kind of readings or indicators on it?
It
the hell
does
was
have.
that?
Said that
Sorry?
You said that this door indicated that it was pressurized behind. So
Yeah, that door does.
are there similar indications on this one?
There are similar indications, however, they are non-functional.
Have you noticed that's
yeah,
vehicle
not
scale?
good. Only if it's a very small vehicle.
Well, the other doors were just normal door size airlocks.
People-sized doors. Yeah,
yeah.
these are definitely much bigger doors.
Yeah. Robot-sized doors?
Yeah, it could be robot-sized doors.
Yay, we found the
Or as you say,
robot
could
door.
be vehicle. If you're talking about sort of, depending on what kind of a world this facility is on, sort of skidoos or something would go through these doors, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You'd
Also,
never get an
the door-
SRV through there, though. But you could get the motorcycle through. Not that that matters, because you can put that in your pocket and then just put it down when you get outside anyway.
Yes.
Sorry, back on Imperium.
Yeah.
Naughty boy.
You can carry a motorcycle in your pocket. You need to buy this game.
Motorcycle, nothing. I had 50 tons of steel in my pocket this afternoon. And it wasn't even just that I was pleased to see someone.
I thought maybe you'd put on some weight or something.
Okay, well, I'm not going to risk opening this door to be on the safe side,
my-
so I'll come back out and close this one behind
Okay.
this one behind me.
I just accidentally triggered my watch, my activity tracker, and I suddenly had the urge to go transmute. It is.
Okay.
Go Power Rangers.
Well, I've found what seems to be another large-scale airlock here.
Uh-huh.
Could be robot scale or vehicle scale or something.
The flooring looks suspiciously like kitchen tiles.
Yeah.
We found the delivery entrance.
Maybe this is the kitchen airlock.
Because of the
Where they
pressure
bring in
cooker, of course.
exceptionally large paella.
No, it's going to be half a dozen guys coming past with Australian Scottish accents doing the salute to the haggis. Big old tray.
Haggis
Tiny
hello.
little thing. Sorry. Right. So you're failing to actually try anything.
I'm failing to open an external door. Yeah.
I thought you were wearing a pressure suit.
No, I found a pressure suit. I didn't say I was wearing one.
Well, you're next to an airlock. Why aren't you wearing one? That's ridiculous. Why would you even think about opening one without wearing a pressure suit? Are you insane?
I wasn't thinking about opening one
Well, why not? You're next to it.
because I'm not wearing a pressure suit.
Hence my point.
Makoto, by the
What
way,
have you
just feels
found
like
on the
she's listening to
computer?
an audiobook.
Neuromancer
This
by
argument
William S.
brought to you by
Gibson.
Multimedia.
This is audible. No, really? Sorry. Okay.
Okay, yeah. What have you found on the computer? Anything useful?
Aside from the fact that I've unlocked the doors so we can get out of here,
Yeah, that's very nice. We still don't know where here is. Is it in the computer?
not that I've found yet. Looks like there are no logs as arrivals and departures. I had hoped for any ships docking or landing, depending on where the hell we are. Might have been recorded, but it looks like the only records are going to be the literal signing desk on the lobby.
Okay, well, I suppose I'll wander back and check. There's a desk here by the airlock. Let's see whether there's any kind of records there. But I think we looked at this already.
You
I
did.
think we glanced over it, but I don't know if we were looking for anything specific as the problem. I'm hoping that we're running into it if they think you're technical ghost basic problem. If they've thought to wipe the computer records, I'm hoping they forgot to wipe destroy
Left
the
a
signing in
convenient piece of
sheet.
paper.
Okay. Yeah, the signing in sheets show ships They don't have names. They just have designation numbers that could mean anything. Arriving and going. The last logged arrival and departure was before the evacuation.
Might be worth making a note of those designations.
I'll bring the signing sheet with me.
Yeah. They could be anything from the ship call sign to internal corporate records.
Falcon de Lacy G Golf Alpha Whiskey seems to be the last one.
So
Okay. So we still
Yeah.
need a plan, and we don't have one.
someone's flying his Python.
Yes.
Yes.
218,000 credit profit on a less than 5 light year jump. Of course I
Yeah,
was flying my
hate
Python.
you. I hate you. I have no Python and I must scream. I do, however, have a Federal assault ship, so I can kill everything.
You
all
could kill
the
my
things.
Python quite easily, yeah.
Oh yeah, I kill all the things. Right.
But, as I said, we still don't have
Yeah.
a plan.
Well, if we find a Gonjan ship docked somewhere at the station, I can get us the hell out of here because I can pilot a Gonjan ship.
That's a
Well,
good
that's
start.
very nice, but what are the odds on there being a Gungeon ship parked
I don't
somewhere
know.
at this station?
I feel like everyone is involved in that weird
suppose-
research facility.
Mm.
I suppose somebody is going to have to put on a vac suit and go outside and see if there is, since we don't seem to have any way of finding out from in here, and find out whether there are any ships outside.
If nothing else, you could find out whether we're on a station, a planet-side base, a particularly large and quiet ship.
I notice you're very quick with the word you. There.
You have
I said
the end of it.
somebody.
Are you implying you would like me to put a vac suit on and go outside?
I am
Don't
not implying
try
that I
it.
want you to put a vac suit on at all, no. But I
Fine.
do think that somebody should probably go outside. Maybe we could
I
draw
can do
lots, or...
How
Is
will
anybody here actually skilled in vacuum operations?
Oh, now you're asking. Hang on.
Not that this game probably has a skill for it,
Yeah.
unless it's under athletics.
What do we think it will come under? Captain, I've got a copy of the rulebook open.
0G.
I actually forgot to open it. today.
0G doesn't cover vac suit. 0G covers 0G, which would include vac suit.
Yeah.
But specifically vac suit, they're common enough that so long as you're not actively going somewhere that has no gravity, I don't see being a
I
problem.
think I'm being affected by the likes of Traveller and Space Master, both of which actually have a vac suit skill. This one doesn't.
Presumably,
Okay.
this is more Larry Niven, you just wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Space Master, all armor has a skill because, or, like Rollmaster, the way it works is that the skill reduces the penalties that you take on moving maneuvers and so forth when you're wearing that armor. So it's familiarizing yourself with operating within the clumsy suits.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure quite what the justification in Traveller is. Anyway, I suppose if nobody else is going to, I will put on a vac suit.
Well, Makoto did offer.
Ah, did she? Go ahead then.
Yeah.
Away you go.
She does still have this rather nasty looking chest wound going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you recovering from being dead?
No,
I've
no
brought
further
my
hit
chest
point
wound,
gain as yet.
and I say it's still there.
Well,
I
on
suppose
one hand-
we should be good and not metagame this and treat it based on the fact that she has got a not that significant wound actually based on her maximum hit points, but a nasty wound, and not look at the fact that she's only got one less hit point than I have.
How many hit points is she on, just out of curiosity? Because I don't think Elenia actually has any.
I have 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I have 6 ever.
That's alright, I can't even find mine. This comes under combat, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah, it's on the combat page.
Well, that's something I outdo Silverman. I have 7. Woo.
Oh well.
Yeah. Tougher class than you and a really crappy con. Okay.
What about
Okay,
Natalia? I guess Natalia is out of the question for going outside.
I don't think she's going to fit in a standard vac suit.
No, she's
Oh,
not.
damn
There
it! Yeah.
may need to
Arms.
be a spotted
The arms.
modification being done there.
Right. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
Natalia is going to need to do some heavy work on the leftover parts to make a vac suit that will fit her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at least
Mine-
the arms can be exposed to vacuum in theory, provided she can seal.
Yeah,
Where they come
therein
out
is
of
the
the suit.
problem.
Yeah.
Duct tape.
It holds the
Holds
universe
the
together.
universe together.
Is it supposed to move and it doesn't?
Oh, that one's WD-40.
Yes. Does it move when it shouldn't? Duct tape.
The only 2 tools an engineer needs.
Yep.
Yep.
Been done t-shirt. Okay.
And Lucille is still out.
Lucille is just coming to.
Okay. Well, that. Okay.
Still not really a candidate to go outside. I know you've been unconscious for the last hour and a half, but
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a stroll in vacuum.
I think what I will do. That's a very good question, Fuichi. I don't know.
Oh,
but
that is.
yeah.
Oh, yes!
Why did that?
This
You're
is, a
listing your
problem,
list of...
this is
Ah.
a problem that I have found before. OBS, if it loses a window, tends to replace it with something else, and then getting the original window back is a pain in the arse. I haven't
There we
found a
go.
way of doing it without exiting OBS and reopening it.
Right. All you do, untick it and retick. Oh,
Rob,
you use Studio, don't you?
I use
Yeah.
Studio, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I use old school. If you just tick it and untick it, then retick it, it refreshes the window.
Yeah, no, I've tried that, and it doesn't work for me. So, yeah, what I normally do if it happens midstream is actually just open a new window capture.
Ah.
And then delete it at the end of the stream, because next time I close and reopen the program, it'll reset it to what it should be.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a pain. Okay, so yeah, what I will do, I will while Makoto is sorting herself out to go outside, I will take vac suits through to Natalia and Lucille
Okay.
and suggest that, I mean, obviously Natalia has to get to work on
Yeah.
getting hers ready, but certainly suggest that Lucille actually put the vacuum suit on but not seal it, just in case there's a problem with the airlock. Rather than trying to clamber into one while the place is decompressing, just being able to close the helmet would be good.
Yeah.
And then I shall do the same.
Okie doke.
Of course, Natalia's doomed, but that's life.
Natalia's doomed. Lucille's probably
And Elenia's
vacuum
far too
proof.
far away to bother with.
To be in danger.
That's what I meant, yes. Absolutely.
You and me are going to have words.
Because I'm
Those
sure those
words.
staircases are hermetically sealed, so it definitely won't evacuate the air on her floor.
I've got a door.
That's all right then.
So yeah, Natalia is busy trying to make a enough modifications to her suit to fit into it, and Lucille is somewhat clumsily climbing into a suit that's on her almost catsuit tight.
Calm down.
If you're feeling up to it, Lucille, there you could run another suit up to down to Elenia. But if you're still a bit wafty, then you sit there. It'll be fine.
Jeez.
Just nods and gives a thumbs up.
Good to know you care. Oh wait, hang on.
I can't compete with blue squares, by the way.
Apparently not.
I don't know what to say.
Makoto puts her vac suit on like an old woman. Still not feeling.
Understandable, given that she's
It just takes a
taken
lot
a
of
fairly
time.
hefty, painful wound.
Yeah.
I'm the only
To
one who
most of
now
your core
wants to
muscles.
see a crochet finish vac suit.
Exactly.
I've never
Maybe a
seen a
little
vac suit with a
cardi.
hairnet before.
A little cardi.
Yeah.
So once everyone is suited, who's going to be stepping outside? Did
Well,
we
I
come
think
to a
we had
final
agreed on
decision?
Makoto, hadn't we?
Okay.
Yep.
Making my way there. Also like an old woman.
Yeah. Elenia and Scarlet have got some high-end bitching to do.
Or even Silver.
Yeah.
So where
I-
are Silver and Elenia going to be while Makoto?
Okay. I will come as far as the locker room here so that I can sort of be on hand in case there is a problem with the airlock for...
Okay.
Dealing
Which
with any
which of
emergencies.
the 3 airlocks are you sending her out? The 2 by
I
you,
was assuming
or
one of the 2 personal scale airlocks.
Makes
But,
more sense.
Okay.
Might
but I will
suggest
leave that up
not
to
the
her,
knackered
actually. I
one?
mean, if she wants to do the other, the larger airlock instead.
Which would Makoto prefer to exit via?
I mean, we can look at all of them if we are not encountering anything else.
Basically, there's 3
Yeah,
airlocks
if-
that you found.
Yeah.
There's a small personal scale airlock here and here, or up here. There was a slightly larger one.
The thing we have to worry about with these 2 personal scale airlocks is it's possible that one of them always tells the truth and the other one always lies.
Okay, well, what was the question we have to ask then?
Will we die when we go outside?
Yes, you, airlock, would that airlock tell me that I'll die if I go outside?
I mean, I can actually really go through all of them and check them out, but I think that we might have more success with the bigger one because the personal sides ones look a little bit like maintenance airlocks for maintenance
That's
crews
possible,
or
yeah.
something. I don't know. I don't know spacecrafts.
No, that's a fair point. Elenia will suggest that when you step outside, she'll monitor the doors and
Okay.
see if it triggers anything else in the system when the door actually opens.
Yeah, good idea.
And this is another good reason why it's Makoto that's going outside. Because otherwise, Elenia might suggest that she'll monitor the doors and when you step outside, see if there's a way of locking it behind Silver.
No, that would be Natalia. And also, when you're outside, keep your eyes open for any external cameras because they are currently showing as deactivated, but they may be deactivated, they may be destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
If they're just switched off, if there's a way of getting them back online, then that would be an excellent idea because then at least we wouldn't be blind outside.
Will do.
Elenia, you're still up in the
So-
computer room, are you not?
She is down in the computer room. The last time I checked, the computer room was on the
Yes,
ground
the
floor.
computer room is down. Yes.
Yes. Up is down and down is up and Big Brother.
So, once everyone has, once
Oh, and
everyone,
I'm shifting the bloody body into the toilet next to the conference room because I'm sick and tired of an undead next to me.
it's not
And I'm
undead.
wedging a chair under the door.
Where was the nearest
I should
toilet?
see me at Halloween watching horror movies. I patrol.
Right, once people start putting their vac suits on, you notice that you start getting life science feedback monitors come up.
Ping, 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 ping.
Ah.
Cool. Well, good news, guys. You're not dead.
Well, that is good news.
Well, I thought I was a minute ago.
Yeah, okay. Are there any other... That's the point. I've got no cameras outside. Can I find telemetry on any other suits?
There are 2 suits listed as being that should be sending telemetry but are not.
Right. Have I got a last location for them?
No, they are simply outside.
Right, we've got potentially two people outside, but there could be 2 dead people, 2 people waiting outside to shoot anyone who sticks their nose out of an airlock, or 2 empty suits.
Okay.
Cool.
You know, and a robot. So, you know, stay on your toes.
Right. So I think we decided the large-scale airlock, didn't we?
Yeah.
To try first. In which case, Silver will suit up and join Makoto in the airlock, but will not actually go out of the door.
Okay.
Can you send your
So there's some backup.
Can you send your drone with her?
Where did I leave Betsy?
Because Betsy, I thought, was on the floor with you.
Betsy didn't make it to the elevator, so is on your floor with you.
That's right, yeah. Betsy got left behind because Betsy is slow.
I was just thinking I could pick Betsy up and put Betsy in the lift. And then you
I
could send
tell
Betsy
you what,
outside.
What floor
Betsy
had
has a
the
camera.
What floor had the equipment storage? I don't know that Betsy
Yes.
necessarily does have a camera, but there might be something in the equipment storage.
Equipment
that we
storage
can use.
was on the same floor as security.
Ah.
So take a look and see if there's
some cameras.
a wireless camera of some
Yeah.
kind in there that you can.
Yes.
I mean, we can use that whether with Betsy or just us.
Yeah.
Yes, because all I've got is, are you dead or not?
So we're getting
Yeah.
closer and closer to aliens. We've got the comms. We're going to have the camera mounted on the side of the helmet.
So which one of you is Gorman?
Formless. That would be Silver.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I think
sorry.
Silver is Burke.
Yes. Yes. I think Makoto is quite definitely Vasquez.
Someone
People
said
are waiting
alien.
for
She thought they
names.
said illegal alien and signed up.
I love the fact that the actress did. How did she get the role pitching up dressed like your stereotypical Hispanic streetwalker?
Couldn't be
And still
further
got the role
apart
as
from the
Vasquez.
role.
Well, yeah. She literally did. She pitched up in the whole short skirt, high heels, you know, slightly trashy top, and huge amounts of makeup, and still got the role.
So she's a good actress.
Yes.
So
That's got to be a
Well, you
switch.
have to be.
Imagine sitting in the ready room before you go in, going, "Is it just me? Everybody else get a different invitation?"
so
Okay.
after a bit of
Pretty
rummaging
woman.
around in the
Can I find? Yeah. Search
in the
check.
storeroom, not really, because any sort of headset cam or cam of usable size is going to be fairly easy to find.
Okay, fair enough.
And we've done lots of search checking in that room already.
Yep.
So I'm not going to
So
be
did we see any GoPros?
not so much a GoPro, but you do get a do find a couple of shoulder mount cameras that you can.
Stop am. As opposed to a
Excellent.
GoPro. Sorry.
Ouch.
That's a bit slay, actually.
Yeah,
Right.
let's play some Slay at some point.
I like slaying.
So you can equip 2 people with cameras, which you can, with a computer roll, hook up to your life science station.
Okay. I can do that. Right.
Possibly with Koto and Betsy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I will get Betsy hooked up so I can check it all works,
Okay.
and then I will give her the other camera and connect it, so it's on the network, and I can attach it to Makoto's feed later, and then I will put Betsy in the lift and send her up.
Okie dokie.
Go
So
on,
Oh.
go find him, boy.
Betsy, go find him, boy.
Yep.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm not judging.
What's that, Betsy? Alenya's fallen down the well?
See, now that's where you need the crack Australian accent.
And a short while later,
Ah, Betsy the bush kangaroo.
Yes.
Betsy arrives out of the lift.
Yay!
You know
Okay.
I've taped the camera to the target on her stomach, yeah? Gaffer tape. Actually, probably is gaffer
Okay, so
tape.
yeah,
on.
we'll get the other camera set up on Makoto.
Okay.
Okay.
Tape it to the helmet.
And remember, while you're using the camera, don't nut anything.
Yeah. A natural 20 on the computer useful
Oh,
to
yeah.
get everything hooked up properly.
As you like it.
As you wish.
So you're not seeing the feed from Makoto, but you do have a Shakespeare play. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled so well, I'm actually picking something up from Earth and sod the rest of you.
It's taken a
I'm
long
picking
time to
up-
get here, though, so it's probably out
Yeah.
of date. You've seen it
Yeah.
before.
I'm picking up like 3 feeds on the cameras, you know how it goes.
So, Makoto and Betsy are stepping out, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to move you
Yeah.
into the blackness of the Frog of War.
Woo!
Betsy,
I
sorry,
started on
what
the frog.
Betsy and Makoto see, I'm leaving it frogged for the moment. In fact, what I could do a little bit of what Silver sees, because he's going to see it as they open the door. Because of course
Yeah,
he's in there and
I can
suited
see
up.
through the door.
So
You look down before you step out. I've seen enough things where
Watch
doors open onto nothing.
watch the first step, it's a doozy. Right.
It's one little step.
Dave, open the pod bay door, Dave.
It's not letting me reveal areas. Why is it not letting me reveal areas? What? Polygon reveal, please. Okay. No. Kind of to there and be down to there-ish. Something like that.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So what you can see, Fishy, is clearly the back end of a spaceship.
Yay!
Not a big
Does
one.
it look Gungeon?
It looks like it might be Gungeon in design, yes.
Woo!
Those are clearly capital ship thrusters, not small vessel thrusters. So
I was thinking they're flanged, they're expensive.
They're stylish. Makoto, you can see a small Gungeon vessel. It'll probably hold, in cramped conditions, the lot of you for a short period of time. If you want to get somewhere, it will do as a get off this place ship.
Okay.
watch yourself out there, Makoto. If there's a ship, there might be a crew around somewhere.
Yeah.
Funny he should say that, because you can see just off to the right of what Silver's field of view is, looks like a Gungeon pilot, possibly. The uniform looks roughly right,
Okay.
lying dead on the floor.
I was about to say, how many bits is he splattered into?
He's wearing a vac suit, but the vac suit is clearly punctured at the back, possibly from the front.
Okay.
Far off to the right, you can see another vessel of a design you've never come across before.
Oh shit. Mhm.
You can hear. Can you hear it? Yeah, we're not in a vacuum. You can hear. Gunfire sort of up ahead and to the right. You can't see what's causing it, but you can hear it. And almost immediately to your right is a corpse in a vac suit very similar to the one you're wearing.
Okay. Guys, I can hear gunfire.
And Drutz,
Just so you know.
you see this through the camera on both
Yeah.
Betsy and
Yes. Right, so
And-
we've got one more casualty.
as Betsy sort of pans around, you think somewhere near the other ship, whatever it may be, you catch some sort of movement.
Okay, you're not alone out there. There's movement by the second vessel.
Yay! That's good news.
You might want to take cover,
Yep.
just since everything else we've met so far, bar that bloody computer in medical, once is dead.
Yep.
And I'm not convinced about that.
Yeah,
Can
actually,
you give us a
look for
technical
cover.
assessment? Do we need to lock down or flee?
So far, I can't see who's shooting who. I only see that Gungeon pilot and someone that seems to at least had access to a vac suit from this station.
Okay, can you run me by the second person? Is he alive or is he dead?
So far, everyone you can see out there is dead. Both
Everybody's
people
dead, Dave.
were described as corpses.
Everyone is dead, as it seems.
I would retreat to the airlock and take cover. I think you've got somebody else out there, possibly monitoring and shooting escapees. Unless you can draw a bead on them straight away, I would say you need to try and ascertain their position.
Yeah,
Or
I
you
agree.
can send
But
Betsy out across the pad.
Yeah. Okay, I'll send Betsy. I'm going to need you to guide me, Alenia.
Mhm.
I can't see Betsy's POV.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to treat
Betsy,
this.
walk forward.
Yeah.
Betsy, walk towards the spaceship.
I'm
gonna
just
get
going to put a
confused.
bit more
There's
of
two ships.
what you guys get to see in here.
That would be appreciated. Okay. Gungeon vac suits clearly involve shorts.
So, Gungeon vac suit and
Right.
vac suit similar to your own.
What the blue blazes is that?
This looks like part of a ship, the design of which none of you can identify as yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The
Okay.
gunfire I mentioned
Mm,
is happening sort of, yes, it does show the ping, around here somewhere.
okay.
so they can't see us from where they are.
Presumably
supposedly?
not.
Okay.
Okay, Betsy
Around the
walks straight
front of
forwards out of
Gungeon
the
ship,
airlock.
by the looks of it.
Betsy walks straight forward out of the airlock, yeah?
Yep.
Ah,
Okay,
yeah.
you need to turn her. You need to turn Betsy 30 degrees to the right, and send her up.
Betsy, turn right.
Okay, she turns right, which clears the vision to the point that you are. 'Cause walking out, she would have seen sort of up to there-ish. That's not
Okay.
the pointy thing. This is the pointy thing. Up to here-ish.
Yeah. And send her forward.
How far forward is she going? Okay, right. Stop right there.
Okay, are we talking 5
Okay.
or 10 foot squares here?
We're talking meter.
Oh, meter squares.
Or,
Okay.
in fact, probably 2 meter, looking at the scale of the bodies.
Okay, assuming 2 meter
I drew it at a
squares.
meter, but I think we're looking 2 meter here, though.
Okay, assuming 2 meter squares then.
Right.
10 meters.
Oh god, what is that?
That is a droid, very similar to the one that shot you, Makoto.
I
Yeah.
immediately get PTSD. No, wait, I can't see. I can't see that one.
Pre-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
You're just anticipating getting shot again.
Anxiety
Yeah.
attacks.
And
Hunting
that is what
in
is
the
doing the
backseat.
shooting.
Not a good idea.
It's got its arm pointed out, and it's shooting at something.
Okay,
Right, you
I
can't
can't,
see that, of course.
I can't see, but
I
what
found
direction is
droid
it
number
shooting in?
3.
Right, what
Nice.
Makoto, Silver, and Betsy here at this point is a blood-curdling, unearthly scream. Scream, yell. It's how it feels, sounds.
Something
It's definitely not from a human.
Is it? Does it sound like something in pain or something angry? Or both?
Yes. In
It's like
fact,
one
now
Rich
you come to mention it, you listen in, you focus on what the sound is. You can hear anger, you can hear frustration, you can hear pain, and you can feel it. You
Oh
can
great, you're
sense
the Anna
it,
Bloody Troy.
and you can feel it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I've got the life sense. Empathy is an obvious place to go next.
yeah. You feel great pain.
I think my underwear's too tight.
Okay.
Betsy, stop where you are and turn 360 degrees slowly.
Okay.
Right, does that give me any extra
That
data?
should give you the
Yeah,
best possible
pan
look
round.
around.
Right, let's give that a 360.
Zoom out slightly because I have gone in quite a lot.
Elenia, from where you
Somewhat
are,
obscured because the
can you
height of
see the door to
vessel.
that bloody ship?
Not yet, but give me a mo. Seriously, she turns by wobbling. Hardly BB-8, is she? Right. Not as yet. However, the robot is shooting at something. Something, to my mind, would be near the entrance.
And the
It's
robot...
not shooting towards Betsy, is it?
No, no. The line of fire clearly is going towards the front of this other ship,
Shooting at the ship.
and it stomps off in this direction.
And now I've lost it. You need to send Betsy... Hang on. Say 5 meters north? 5 meters ahead.
What's obscuring
Well,
Betsy's
Betsy
view
is
isn't so much...
rotating at the moment, so ahead isn't very useful
Okay.
unless I know what
5
direction
meters-
she's
5
facing.
meters towards the ship.
What's obscuring Betsy's vision beyond the ship isn't so much distance as the ship.
The
Right.
ship, yeah.
What
So,
I'm actually interested in is manoeuvring Betsy this way
Right.
to get past this bit here.
Fair
which
enough.
hopefully then will give us a clearer vision on what the hell's going on.
Okay, now that I know there are two ships there, if I give Betsy an instruction in relation to the ship, she will get confused.
Can you give her the instruction in relation to the green ship or the brown ship? The green ship is the Gungeon.
Betsy should be smart enough to recognize green, shouldn't she?
Yep.
Okay. In which case, I might suggest you have her follow the wall of the base to the right until the corner. Or just have her follow the wall of the base and I will yell when she needs to stop and turn. Because
But
otherwise
she's
she's
nowhere
going
near
to
the
walk...
wall of the base at the moment.
She's quite close to the wall of the base. She can certainly see it.
Which wall? You're
Betsy,
talking about
walk
this wall
towards
here?
the wall of the
Yeah.
base and follow it right.
Because otherwise, if she goes left, where I was initially thinking of sending her, she's going to walk straight into a combat robot.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's walking...
That would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Whoops,
She's been
that's not
rebuilt
Betsy.
once already in the last 3
Yeah.
years.
I'm basically trying to persuade her to go that way.
Okay, Fishy, if you... I can't pick up Betsy because it's picking up the ship because it's in a big square. If you can move
Yeah.
Betsy to here,
Okay.
and then she will follow the wall
Yeah.
right, which will put her in this direction.
Yeah, that was
no,
what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I
because
actually
she's got
meant
to
left.
walk towards the wall, so that would
Sorry,
be right.
yeah,
And I
okay,
gave
left.
the instruction I was given to give.
Left.
So she's going to be about here probably by the time you say no,
Yeah.
the other way.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Betsy,
Yeah.
turn around and
There's
follow
a
the
shock.
wall in the other direction.
There's a shock. And even Fishy's robot can't get left and right sorted.
Hey,
Stop.
Fishy's robot got the right, left, and right. It was the instructions coming from the Earther that were wrong.
I wasn't anticipating her walking all the way up so she could do the hand on the wall thing. I thought she was just going to follow the course.
She
You
was
have a
10
badly
meters away
programmed
from the
bot.
wall.
2 meters from the wall, it's no biggie. Right.
Right.
I'll tell her to stop and to suggest that you carry on walking her straight in the direction she's going, which should still lead her off in this direction.
What now? Okay, Betsy, stop. Betsy, walk. How far do you want her to walk forward?
Right. While that's happening with Betsy,
I'm not giving her an instruction to walk all the way around whatever planetoid we're stuck on.
4 meters.
Betsy, walk forward 4 meters.
Makoto.
Yep.
While they've been doing that with Betsy, you have been studying the back of this vessel. It is a very small, short distance shuttle.
Okay.
The entrance to it should be a hatch on the underside that will drop down like a flight of stairs that you can then ascend up.
It is currently up though.
The hatch is currently up.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing too, Drup.
I was just going to type exactly that, but Drup beat me to it.
Yeah. Well, it was that or where am I?
There is another almighty bellow scream of unearthly sound from the general direction of where the bot went. There is a sound of mashing and slashing and gunfire and pounding, and then the gunfire ceases.
Okay.
And you can hear what sounds for all the world like something piercing metal over and over and over. Almost
Yeah,
like a heavy press. Just stunk, 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 stunk.
Now, what was that thumping noise we were hearing from inside?
Different sound.
Oh, okay.
Subtly
Okay.
different.
Can I post links?
Yes, you're a mod.
Just checking.
For old time's sake, I bet 10,000 of Baron's credits that that's a Quay ship.
I
Ah,
wouldn't bet against you.
I wouldn't. I can't remember the name of the other race.
She.
That was it.
Do we actually know of those because we were in
You know of
co-op
them. The invasion hadn't long happened
okay.
at the start, but
But we did have a conversation with Baron about the Baron.
Yes.
So even if
Oh,
we didn't
yeah,
really know
right,
much
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I'm just
just
so long
hoping-
ago.
I'm just hoping it's a Quay ship because I can't say she ship too many times without wanting to go into she ship, she shells on the seashore.
I was thinking the
Yeah, I
same
was going
thing.
to say, I think the She are traders because the She ship sells seashells.
I think either way we are screwed. Whatever those guys are. Can I actually see under the gungeon ship that something that goes behind there? Oh god, my English. Sorry. Can I see anything going on behind the gungeon ship from under the ship through the?
No.
Because
Really
okay.
kicks ass on my German, so don't worry about it.
It kicks us
Okay.
on my German as well. I couldn't tell if you were talking about baked potatoes or roast potatoes earlier, or something else entirely. So
Yeah, but you made a guess, which is more than I managed.
I think I want to go a little bit to the left of the ship and see if I can see anything around it.
okie dokie.
Meanwhile, Betsy does the actual scouting.
Does Betsy's new location give me a better view on the dead guy here?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get any more details on
Dead
who,
guy.
what, where, when? Tentacles, you know, that sort of thing.
No tentacles, you'll be happy to know. Dead guy, vac suit punctured. Difficult to tell at this distance whether the wound that would have punctured the suit killed the person or whether loss of air through the suit killed the person.
Yeah, that's a thought.
But they are
Right.
the suit is punctured. They are non-moving.
Right. I did ask Betsy to go forward 4 meters. So, Fish, do you want to do that? Because I can't. I don't think. Betsy's yours.
It's going to be sort of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fearless, I think we're going to need an assessment here. If we're in a position and want to steal that Gungeon ship and get out of here, then we're going to need to be down here and ready to go.
Yeah.
We can't have you and Nathaniel lurking around on another floor. But I can't see what's going on out there. I don't know whether we need to make that move or not. So you're going to have to make a call.
Can I route the feed from the cameras to the PDA, the pocket secretary I've got?
You natural 20'd your roll, didn't you? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Abso-fragging-lutely.
Okay. So I can
Oh,
still
you
get
can
those
beam it on
feeds.
Stellar Broadcast Network.
Right. Okay. So, any chance of a little bit more exposed because Betsy can see?
I have done that.
All right. Okay.
Now what we
Yep.
have here is wall, or rather rock face.
Okay.
So yeah, this wall here that Betsy is moving along. So I'm not actually pinging it because I'm on the reveal tool. This
So
wall
back
here
yeah?
is
Yep.
rock face.
Okay.
So this here is landing pad, clearly marked as such. So whatever they've done, they've hewn out. Looks like they've hewn this place out of the rock and
Sheesh.
left it untouched on the sides they're not bothering with. So I've cleared now on. And let's move the bit so the folks in stream can see. Ta-da! Right, I've cleared the other side of the ship.
Okay.
But again,
The hell is that, a shadow vessel?
I did mention a rather inhuman scream, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think that's
Um,
the sound in my head that these guys make.
I'm going to go on comms to Nathaniel
Okay.
and tell him to get to. I know what floor number they're on, but I
Yep.
can't remember offhand.
That's fine.
The floor in that they're on.
I've been listening in. I'm on my way.
Yeah. And having sorted out the camera feeds on the computer, I'm going to head upstairs so I can share this information directly.
Okay.
And also I will go running up the stairs rather than take the lift because that's really slow.
Okie doke.
So I can show people what exactly we're looking at. Because currently I'm thinking that, yeah, while the robot's busy killing whoever is in that alien ship, we can sneak round the left-hand side of the Gungeon ship and should be able to just get in and go. In my humble, but I'm not going to make that decision for everybody.
Okay.
Mainly because I can't fly a Gungeon ship. And if you go to object, then I'm stuffed.
They all make their way down the stairs. Or up the stairs.
Mm.
And while that is happening, those who are currently suited and in Fish's area, Makoto's area, and Betsy's area see the wreckage of this bot come flying over the top of the alien ship, land pretty much between the two, not too far from where Betsy was standing about 5-10 minutes ago, and shatter into a gazillion pieces.
Oh shit.
I'm beginning to think very hard about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to move that thing down a layer because I can't get at what's beneath it.
I see a cat selfie coming.
And stepping out from behind the ship is something that can only be described as alien.
What the sod is that?
It is
That is
a
a quay.
Alien.
It's a
quadrupedal
fucking
creature.
prawn.
It's
I now can't remember which of the Quay and the She are quadrupedal.
Wee. McQueen and the Shay.
McQueen and the Shay, yeah.
It looks like it moves fairly awkwardly on its four legs. Each leg ends in what looks like a fairly nasty looking point, or at least very narrow surface. It certainly doesn't have feet or paws like we're used to seeing on creatures. Now you come to look at it. The damage to the bot looks like puncture wounds.
Puncture wounds, yeah.
Oh, great.
When you say now you come to look at it, I would just like to clarify that the looking at it I'm doing is along the barrel of a sniper rifle.
You can
I'm
see that
wondering
this is.
if we're going enemy of enemy, but he just looks enemy.
That you can see that he's injured. He's been shot to pieces by the bot. He is very. He's got a red hue about him. For all the world, now, given that you're looking through a scope, you've got a very good view. Imagine something that looks like living lava with a hard rock carapace.
Okay, so it's an alien created by Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
that's, given how I remember Harryhausen's skeletons walking, that's a fairly good parallel for how this thing moves. It is that kind of slightly stilted, not quite comfortable movement.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
Harry
feel,
Hasselman fan.
specifically you, Fishy, Silver, you feel waves of frustration, anger, and fear.
Great, he's dark side. Anger, fear, aggression. There you go.
Yep. These definitely lead to the dark side.
As it approaches the bot, it just rams its four legs into it over and over and over and over and over.
I think the bot may have shot the shit out of something else as well.
And after
I have a
doing
target,
that for
but
a
I
couple
only
of
have
minutes,
2 shots.
it raises its arms in the air. As well as being quadrupedal, it has arms, a bit centaur-like, and just arches its back and screams at the sky. Or the ceiling of the cave.
The robots have been trying to kill us. I don't think we owe anybody on this base anything.
What do you mean by that?
I'm thinking that if he has 2 shots, he should take 2 shots at that robot.
That's not a
The
robot, that's a
robot-
quay.
Toast.
That- Yeah.
I wasn't sure if the robot was finished yet.
Oh, you
I'm
mean
pretty sure the robot is toast.
Okay. Well, in
It
that
looks
case,
over at you, Fishy. It's finished screaming.
Oh.
It's looking at you.
Okay.
you could say hello.
What am I feeling from it?
Frustration, anger, pain, fear.
Okay, I don't know if I can do this, but it's worth a try. I'm going to attempt to send calming waves back its way. If I can send as well as receive, then now would be an excellent time to find that out, I think.
Explain to me
Silver
how you're
Quay
doing this.
Whisperer.
Self-calming.
Yeah, basically, I am going to slow my breathing, try and calm myself down, and then I am just going to think peaceful thoughts at it as hard as I can.
Okay.
Happy thought.
You don't sense anything happening that you might expect if you were trying to find a new Keyzen.
Okay. Well, I can see off people's cameras, so I can see what's happening, but I'm not in a suit yet, so I can't come out. Body language.
It's alien.
Yeah, yours, not its. Assume they've encountered people before. They should know what aggressive body language looks like. Give them non-aggressive.
I'm pointing a gun at it.
Well, there's a good start.
Human.
Subtle. He's been saving that filter.
He has, hasn't he?
Captain, I've got a mixing desk.
And a
Okay,
base effects pedal.
I'm going to lower the rifle
Yeah.
at this point.
Big,
Means I can't see it as well, but
big pantomime movements.
Open cave now.
Once in.
well, I mean, I'm standing in an open doorway, so he can't mean this.
Maybe that you have to make space for him to get through that open door?
I'm going to, much though I don't want to, I'm going to step out of the airlock.
Okay.
Silver, what are you
And
doing, Silver?
I am going to call across, holding my, right, letting go of the rifle with my left hand, just holding it with my right hand, holding my arms out, not fully extended, but just slightly out to one side, so I'm not holding the gun in a ready posture at the moment.
Okay.
And I am going to call out, I don't understand what you want. Can we talk?
Me leave. Open cave.
What's the roof made of?
Yeah, I'm going to look up at this point.
Looks like the same as the wall. It looks like it's rock.
Oh!
Alenia, is there a hangar door somewhere in
about-
this
yeah.
arrangement that you can open?
I was about to see what I could do in that regards. I'm going to have to head back down to the computer room, I think.
We will try to open the cave.
She's
Wait.
going at a run.
Okay. Fishy. As you say, wait. Those in earshot, which is largely anyone listening to Betsy's speakers and Makoto. Sorry, not Betsy's speakers, Betsy's microphone. Audio receptors. Hear something, it's quite definitely Silver's voice, but it has something extra with it. Something a bit Jesse Custer, something a bit Bene Gesserit about it. Wait.
Power over
It has gravitas. And
Oh my
the
god.
quay
Oh yeah.
stops.
These are not the
in its
exits
tracks.
you're looking for. Yeah,
Actually,
Fish, whenever
better
you
yet,
talk, you have to
Fishy,
do
roll. Make me a persuasion roll. Add 7.
that. Jesus.
Okay.
This is what I was naturally assuming it was just going to stop in its tracks.
Yeah.
Just don't fumble.
So adding 7 to this. That's a total of 28.
It stops dead in its tracks.
Sheesh.
Is it only affecting the quay or everyone
Only
that can
affecting
listen?
the quay.
Okay.
So I was
Literally.
targeting.
From having been pounding this thing and screaming and shouting and looking quite aggressively, it's just stopped. And appears to relax.
That's interesting.
Okay.
I
yeah.
wait. Not for long.
Okay. So Alenia is legging it down to the computer room. Now I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to go hunting through the systems and see if I can locate an emergency release for the hangars.
Okay, you give me a computer use.
So I've got a die in my cup.
Makoto,
problem.
might I suggest that you try and gain access to that Gonjan ship? If we're opening
18.
up a hangar anyway, flying out through the door might be good.
18,
Yeah,
you say?
18. Yeah.
Okay, you find a emergency open hangar now button.
Okay.
Or command. As
Yep.
you engage it, it gives a warning. This will depressurize hangar. Do you wish to continue, yes or no?
Right. Was that thing suited?
No.
Right. Silver?
Yes.
Makoto? You may want to hang on to something. This is going to lose any pressure you may have had. If you could also warn your burning friend there, if he needs anything to breathe, he needs to not be out in the open.
We are opening the cave. You need to get back in your ship.
You're adopting the Englishman abroad approach.
Absolutely,
Speaking
yes.
very loudly and clearly.
Which
I go
way
back
to
to
the
my ship.
beach?
Yes.
As it turns around and walks off to his ship.
Okay, I'm working off their feed so I can see when he ends up back inside.
Yeah.
While he does that, I'll try to open the gungeon ship. Just
Whoa, don't watch her climbing a ladder, that's just wrong. There's that weird bit in Deus Ex where the camera just does this. Oh, there's no need for that. Or Imperium where you go through the green wall.
Yeah.
Whee! Right,
Okay, you think he's gone into his ship. As you
I'll give it a 10 count after I think he's gone in,
okay,
and then I will trigger it. I will hit the yes, I do want to do this button.
right.
You're
As
trying to depressurize the hangar bay.
I've stepped back into the airlock, but I haven't closed the outer door.
rightio. At about the point that he gets to his ship, Makoto is just unlatching the entryway to the gungeon ship.
She's in a back suit. What the hell?
Your count goes to 10, and whoosh.
I hang on to the ledge.
The ceiling starts to open up, Tracy Island style. There is a slight wind as everything is sucked out. I'm assuming at this point that Fishy had closed the door behind him here.
Yeah, well, I was assuming before we opened the outer door that we had sealed the inner door, yeah.
That's fine.
I'm fairly sure you can't not.
So
Kind of paranoid about doing that in airlocks.
Yeah.
so everyone that's in the floor behind them is fine. What air there is in this area rushes out, and you can hear things start to power up on the Quay ship.
Right.
And I'm not going to ask for a strength roll because Fishy is fairly well secured where he is, and if Makoto is going to go anywhere, she's just going to get bounced about 2 foot higher into the top of the ship that she's in. So the only one that's in any danger of any nastiness is poor Betsy, but the
Betsy,
pressure
whoops.
difference isn't different enough to pull Betsy up.
Yeah, I figured Betsy was heavy enough that she'd probably be fine. I had actually thought of Betsy.
Betsy, come back here.
It does. Biddy biddy.
Right.
Okay,
Do I manage
We've
to
got
get
a
in the
ship,
ship while
You do.
that? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, while that's happening, while the Quay vessel is powering up, you've got the steps pulled down, and you're up negotiating with the security lock.
Okay.
Can you give me a computer use on the lock? No problem. They obviously didn't change it from the default when it comes out of the workshop. And in you go.
0, 0, 0, 0.
So there are half a dozen seats. There is a pilot and a co-pilot seat. They're not particularly comfortable. They're cramped. There's enough space for a bunch of personal luggage.
Okay.
It's not a massively long range vessel. So wherever you go, you don't want to go too far.
Close.
But you do have. It does look like it's gonna work for you.
Cool. Can I determine if that is a military vessel or is it just like normal Gungeon style?
Oppa Gungeon style.
Yeah. Yeah, that counts.
This is a civilianized military model.
Okay.
So it has been military, but a lot of the military guff has been stripped out.
Okay. Can I access the nav system to see where it came from?
Pilot roll,
What
please.
the last?
Pilot
what?
Gungeon.
Yeah.
Pilot Gungeon roll.
By the way, while she's doing that,
Oh,
I'm just
shit.
going to check. I was going to do a quick check for any defences that may or may not be exterior to the hangar.
Okay, now you have full power. That's not particularly difficult to get to, given that you've been navigating your way around the system for a little bit now. There is a short-range tractor beam.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small offensive battery. Both of which are centered around the entry to the hangar. There is indeed an off switch. Neither are currently armed.
There's a small offensive battery. It's one of those little square 9-volt ones, and somebody's written "screw you" on the side.
Ouch. I will disable the battery. The last thing we need is to get our asses shot as we're trying to leave.
It is currently off.
Okay. And I will make sure the tractor beam as well is not activated.
Okie doke. So it is very close range, so it would only affect something either leaving or very, very close to wherever you are.
I'm assuming it's basically the docking, but
Pretty much.
Okay, people, we need a decision. Are we leaving or are we closing the hangar?
I think we should leave.
The Quay vessel is now lifting off.
Because he's going, and if he's pissed off, he may come back with friends.
Have you got any access to anything like sensors?
I can give it a go.
This Gungeon ship looks small. Looks like there might be a mothership somewhere. I don't fancy flying straight into somebody else's prison cell.
Picky, picky, picky. Okay, can I get anything now that the hangar's open?
Now the hangar's open, doesn't seem to affect what you can get on sensors. There's no signs of anything but rocks in the immediate vicinity.
It looks like this is it. I suppose if you have a secret base, there's no point having a big ship parked outside with a, look, here's our secret base.
No, but I was assuming the shuttle doesn't belong to the base. Otherwise, why is it still here?
Is it a shuttle or is it a small transport?
It
Does
is
it have the legs to get anywhere?
Ask Makoto.
That I am.
Ness, while you're busy checking the navigation systems, you start faffing things trying to work out where you are, where it's from. And one of the computer screens goes from being the normal readouts that you would expect to see to a face. It's a computer generated face. Looks very, very similar to Titch.
Oh!
Hello, miss. I'm glad you found me.
Well, I can say I feel the same way. Identify yourself.
Well, that's a little complex. I suppose it's easiest to say that I am Dr. Lake, but not the Dr. Lake that was in there. I'm a message from him, if that makes sense to you. Is
Not
Mr.
really.
Barron
Is
with
it
you?
Mr. Barron with me? No, actually he is deceased.
Well, that's a bit of an embuggerance. So, who is with you? And just so I know who I'm talking to, who are you?
The name is Amamori Makoto. I am with currently former guests of Mr. Barron's.
Oh, you were on the
your names.
dollar.
Yes. I was one of the winners of the golden tickets.
Oh, my condolences.
Thank you, much appreciated.
I see. How many of you are there?
Wait, how many are we? 5 plus 6 plus a droid.
6 plus a droid. There were more than that on the vessel.
There were.
Well, it appears that I have not been completely successful. I am your rescue.
Gee,
That is
great.
music to my ears. Where do you come from?
Gift horse. Now.
That is complicated. I was hoping to rescue Mr. Baron.
Oh well.
That complicates things a little, but not a vast amount.
Is it worth taking Baron's body?
Are the others nearby?
Yes, they are. They are actually inside waiting for me to figure out how to fly you.
Oh. Well,
You need to call it Mandy.
I am fairly easy to fly, and there is no rush. No one is looking for you.
I don't know if that's comforting or not. I assume you don't have a problem with me telling the others that they can come inside.
Of course not.
Okay. Guys, I encountered a more intelligent Titch inside, so and it has nothing against you guys coming on board. So I suggest you come, because this is supposed to be our rescue ship, as it just told me.
Okay.
Really?
In that case,
Does it have an explanation for what the she or Quay or whatever it was doing here?
again, gift horse. Now. Questions for later. Questions for away from here, surely.
Well, while I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, I'm not necessarily going to jump straight onto said horse and ride towards a cliff either.
It didn't say anything about that. I will ask it, but just so you know, it was actually supposed to get Baron from here, so it is probably from either Baron or his acquaintances, or one of his.
Baron was a
acquaintances.
very wealthy and influential man, so
Yeah.
yes, if he had arranged, or if his people arranged to get him out, they're not going to be very happy if we leave without him.
Yeah.
Which
I
is a
was just
problem,
thinking
because
that.
we can't leave with him.
Do you actually
can.
want to get that corpse?
Yeah.
Yes, we could deliver his body.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is awfully good, because that's where Elenia's going.
Okay. That's fine.
The only thing that worries me is that this AI is modelled on Titch.
No, I
Or
just
vice versa.
used that as description.
I hope. That's a whole new slant on who's organising this gig.
It's a ship's AI, VI, I don't know.
Okay.
It called itself Dr. Lark? Dr. Lark? Was
Lake.
it that? Lake, Dr. Lake.
Okay.
Was Lake the guy that was responsible for the sabotage? I'm trying to remember which one.
That was your
Lake
belief, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, okay.
fantastic. Now I feel better about the whole situation.
So the question is, does it know? I mean, obviously, I'll wait until we get onto the ship to ask this question. But does it know what happened to Dr. Lake?
Oh, right. Is the real Dr. Lake still alive, or do you know what happened to?
The real
Them.
Dr. Lake. He is very much alive and well.
Okay.
And once we are clear of this facility, I will put you onto a video conference with him.
And in the employ of Baron.
Yeah, Lake's going to want his ship back.
Yep.
Hmm.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. I figure we're still owed 1 million credits. So, 100,000
But I
credits.
do have. Yeah, well, I think we may be able to find a superlative alternative to that.
Did you mean to rhyme that?
Not really, no.
That's
We've
right
just
up there
done-
with various nefarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple of Shadowrun teams.
You see, Lake may be able to answer some questions, like who is responsible for this facility, and are they going to be coming back to it? Because if they're not, we've got a base.
The layer for the asshole Avengers. Still using that name until we get a better one.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to get a better one, are we?
Asshole Avengers.
Okay, Elenia is going to buzz up to where Baron's body
Yep.
has been, and is going to start improvising a shroud with sheeting.
That's not difficult to do. It's a medical facility. There's plenty of stuff there to use.
She will, however, then put out over the comms that she can't carry him. Because she's a wuss.
I
Within
would suggest
within
Lucille.
a couple of minutes of saying that, Lucille is stepping out of the lift.
Handy. Knew we kept you around for a reason. But she does say it with a smile.
She does.
And we'll manhandle Baron's body down.
Okay, so manhandle Baron's body back onto, onto the Gungeon shuttle. And it, as I say, there's just about enough seats and room for you and a bunch of your kit.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you wish to take some of your kit with you.
I have bubble kit. I
Well-
have everything I had.
While they are taking the body onto the shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to pop up to the security computer room quickly.
Down.
And,
Down.
to the security computer room quickly. And have a quick poke at the computers while they're doing that.
Okay.
For starters, I want to see whether I can put the whole base into standby. I don't want to shut the reactor back down, but I want to sort of have set it idling and put the whole thing into sleep mode, so to speak.
Okay, computer use.
Because rather than switch it off, I want to be in a position where if we are able to come back, I can check the logs and see if anybody's been there in between times.
Sensible.
So, my computer use is... not too bad, 16.
Yeah, perfectly doable.
Go beans.
Okay. Is it possible to make a copy, put a routine in that will copy the logs to an alternative location, so that anybody who comes in and wants to clear the logs, unless they actually look for them, will only clear the original ones and not...
Absolutely. I'm not even going to ask for a second roll for that. That's absolutely
Right, good.
doable
I
and
will
very,
do that
very.
as
That's
well
a
then.
very
I mean,
straightforward
we may
thing.
never come back, but if we do, I want to be able to check whether anyone else has been here in the meantime. Cool. In that case, after I've done that, I will, as I said, put everything in sleep mode and head back out to the ship.
Okay. So once aboard the ship, presumably at this stage you have left the hatch open. I say the hatch, the hangar doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once aboard the ship, what do you do? Do you engage Twitch stroke Lake in conversation, or do you just get the hell out of Dodge? Or something else entirely?
I vote for a long and involved conversation, but not here.
Yes, let's get into space and then
Yeah.
talk to Lake.
Okay. Can anyone pilot Gungeon?
Yeah.
That's why we keep Makoto around.
Hey!
Oh, and the
Speaking
whole,
of
you know,
pointy things,
scary
that's our
combat
jobs.
monster and undying.
Oh, very nicely done. Yes, that's a very, very smooth takeoff and transition from vertical flight out of the hangar into horizontal flight through the asteroid field that you're in.
Doesn't clip the letterbox on the way out.
Certainly doesn't clip the letterbox on the way out.
It's just embarrassing.
I've done that in so many ships.
So I leave the talking to the more talkative, charming people in the group to Titch/Lake.
So, not Lake. Put us through to Lake then.
Yeah.
Let's just try. I haven't got enough room to move the little red bar to where I need it to get. There we go. I'll do it. That should do the job nicely. There we go. Right, just changing the map so you can see where you are. Right,
Yeah.
generally speaking, you are somewhere in this asteroid belt.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There are a number of large, small, huge, teeny asteroids, and you are in one that is big enough to encapsulate the facility that you were in.
Yeah.
And of course, with there being so many asteroids there, fairly easy to hide a secret facility.
Yeah. What you don't know is they're actually all secret facilities for different organisations.
Yeah.
There is on occasion a queuing system of people sneaking out.
Sneak out, flying past 14 other secret bases.
Who will desperately pretend not to notice you because then they'll have to start shooting and it all gets awkward.
Yeah. We take a left at the secret facility dino on one of the asteroids. It's really just a bloke with a burger van, but you know, there's always one near every industrial centre.
Is that the one with the guy living above it who used to work for the KGB and now is their accountant?
That's possible. That's very possible.
So once clear of the asteroid and into the field proper, Twitch/Lake pipes up. Would you like me to put you through to Dr. Lake now?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes, please.
The screen blanks out, and after a few seconds, there is a rather well-dressed young gentleman. You'd put him in his mid-20s, maybe. Slick back hair. Oh, headset. Slick back hair.
Back headset.
You can see a very well-built stroke, well-to-do styled office in the background behind him.
Mr. Lake.
Doctor, if you please.
Dr. Lake.
Dr. Lake. We have a few questions.
I thought you might. I have several of my own, although I gather the most important or most prioritous of my questions has already been answered. I gather that Mr. Baron did not join you in a living state.
No.
That is
However,
correct. We do
if
have
he
his
has a
body
next
on
of
board.
kin, yeah.
Thank you. I'll appreciate that.
Makes it sound like he's going to eat him.
Now, perhaps you can answer something for me.
I can try.
Where the hell were we?
You've been several places, and you have been absolute buggers to track down.
I do apologise. We'll try to be easier next time.
You were in a research facility that was referred to by its staff as Facility 9.
Facility 9. Yes, we know that. Who owned Facility 9?
I'm still trying to work that one out. I don't know.
I see.
It wasn't any of what I would consider the usual suspects.
And yet you were able to infiltrate the facility.
Yes. I can tell you who it purported to be owned by. It wasn't, but I can tell... Its staff believed they were Z-Labs. And everything up to a certain point pointed towards Z-Labs. But it's
But
not.
Z-Labs had no knowledge.
I think that's what Titch said, actually.
Everything was supposed to look like Z-Labs. Someone very rich and very privately funded, and not Mr. Baron, wanted to make it look like a Z-Labs facility, and did it very, very well. I have no idea who.
Okay. How did you
Okay,
find
so what
the
do you want
base?
of us now?
Yeah. Assume this rescue is not for free.
Well, it sort of is, and sort of isn't. There is a minor problem that I cannot rectify for you.
Well,
You
even
are
with your new
all
promotion.
legally dead.
Bang goes
As
one
is
of my
Mr. Baron.
advantages.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a real problem.
Well, Baron being dead is a problem. His will has been
Not for me.
enacted, and without his living presence, I can't get that taken back, which means you don't get your million credits, any of you, because
I
you
lifted
were
that
not
million
named in
credits
his
off a
will.
long time ago, Mr. Dr. Lake.
Then that is one
Road.
thing that I don't need to worry about. As you are technically and legally dead, reintegrating yourselves back into your old lives might be a little difficult. Because you've been dead for a while.
Awesome.
Um,
Okay.
You have all been buried, laid to rest. It would
Set
take
it
significant
good.
effort to undo that on anyone's part. I don't know if you've ever tried to raise the dead in a legal sense. It's not easy.
Anyone else worried that he had to clarify?
However,
Okay.
I have some good news for you.
Yes.
The silver dollar was not destroyed. And I know where she is.
Okay.
Is she within range of this shuttle?
Well done for that next question.
No, but I can get you to another ship that will be within range of her,
Okay.
if you wish.
Oh, I wish.
Yes, if if the silver dollar is available in lieu of the million credits, I think we'll take it.
Yes.
I thought you might. Now, I can't possibly think what a group of people who legally are dead might want other than vengeance against the person that put them that way.
Certainly
Now we're
a few
talking.
So,
certainly
my
a few
proposal
stiff
to you-
words.
If I can get you to the silver dollar,
Mhm.
I simply ask you, now and again, when I find information pointing towards who did this, I give that information to you and you act on it, however you see fit.
I think we could be amenable to that.
So you're asking us essentially to seek revenge not only on our own behalf, but on behalf of the late lamented Mr. Baron.
Yes.
That seems fair. We get his ship, and we kill the people who killed him.
We have an agreement.
Possibly kill the people who killed him.
Destroy them.
Maybe torture a bit
That might be a
first.
better word.
Then I think we have an understanding.
Oh, we do. Right, take us to our ship.
You are currently in what is simply known as the asteroid belt.
Mm-hmm.
You are a short distance from a station called Pallas.
Oh, okay.
Go there, and I will have a vessel waiting for you that will take you wherever you want to go. In its databanks is the exact location of the silver dollar.
Silver dollar.
Okie day.
Until then,
Well,
I bid you adieu.
Yes, I'm guessing he can reach us.
And with that, the screen
Yes.
goes dead,
And Snow is.
and I could feasibly roll titles.
Yay.
yeah.
That works for me.
We're alive!
Yeah, everyone survived,
Most of us are alive.
except for
Some of
Aaron.
us didn't take any damage whatsoever.
Most of you didn't take any damage whatsoever.
I got
Yeah.
resurrected. Woo!
Yeah, those of us who did take damage took a shed load.
Yes.
I think you took damage for at least 3 of us. You took all the damage.
I need a nap now.
I think I'll take that nap. Thunk. Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. No, I had a lot of fun running that.
That was good.
Thank you, Knight.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun playing it. I
Awesome,
hope it will
awesome.
not be the last we see of these characters.
I was hoping it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Just,
good.
I realistically, I probably can't run anything now till the new year for what's going on at home reasons.
Yeah.
I've got no time to plan anything at the moment, but I will plan
Yeah, let's go.
another scenario for some time in the future.
Awesome.
That's cool because that
Excellent.
gives
I
us
look
time.
forward to
That
it.
gives us the Thursday slot to do
Whatever.
other stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, fine.
we're seeing other games.
We've got things to go into that slot, so that's not a problem.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
it's a queuing system.
Cool.
Yeah, that was very, very fun. I look forward to Silver and Elenia arguing over who owns the silver dollar.
I seem to recall it was going to be renamed Silver's Dollar.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, you see that it makes perfect sense to me. We have to change the name, or someone will realise, and then Baron's estate will want it back. And
Sure,
this
nobody will.
change makes perfect sense because
Yeah.
we won't make mistakes. You see, if someone accidentally slips up and calls it the silver dollar, no one will notice necessarily because it's such a similar name.
I'm not buying it.
It's like if you're going to have an affair, always have an affair with someone who has the same name as your wife. It's just simple common
I
sense.
worry you put thought into that.
Brilliant.
But no, I'm sorry. And your mind tricks will not work on me, boy.
This is not the ship you're looking for.
It is not
Move
the
on.
ship you're thinking.
So before we do sign off, have you guys got any future stream info you want to drop on the crowd?
Shadow on Sunday?
Well, not necessarily.
Oh,
If Gary was not well enough to play today, there is no guarantee Gary will be well enough to play on Sunday.
I'm fingers crossed he will be, however.
So possibly some Shadowrun on Sunday if Gary is around. If not, then we will need to do something else. Possibly Talisman if people are up for a game of Talisman, or if not, just fire up the multiplayer Imperion server again and
Yeah.
carry on with that.
Dead Island, hell.
But we'll stream something on Sunday,
Yeah.
one way or another.
I'm away next Sunday week for future reference, so you will need something else to do when I'm not here then.
Yeah.
Because
That's the other thing that makes me a little bit wary on Shadowrun, because it would really have to be something that we got finished off on Sunday.
yeah.
So-
Unless you felt like carrying it on next Thursday.
That's a possibility.
Is an option.
Mm.
But yes, definitely not about next Sunday. Not this Sunday, next Sunday.
And I'll probably stream something tomorrow. Probably Imperion, because that seems to be mainly what I'm streaming.
Funny that I was thinking the same thing.
For reasons, actually just for reasons.
But I will also be
My-
keeping an eye on other people's streams, because I gather somebody's doing a 100 follower giveaway this week.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to wait till you'd all gone through your future stream stuff before I
Yes.
drop that bomb. But now you've mentioned it, yes, I am
Yeah.
doing a 100 follower giveaway. A couple of weeks back, I hit 100 follows, and also a couple of weeks back, I won on a competition elsewhere, a HOTAS, and it seems fairly well timed. And I don't need a HOTAS because, well, I have one. So rather than trade to something that's about the same sort of level as what I've got, I'd put the one I won up as a giveaway for my 100 follower celebration. So either
Which
tonight,
frankly is a pretty awesome giveaway.
it is.
Yeah.
I looked up. It's about 100 to 120 quid's worth of HOTAS, depending on where you buy it. So it's a fairly awesome piece of kit.
It's a
Um,
Thrustmaster, isn't it?
It's a Thrustmaster. It is actually. I have the page for it here.
It's the
Whilst
big
this
brother
in
to the
chat.
one that you and I are using. But
It's
Yeah.
one of those. So the plan is one stream this week, either tonight, tomorrow, or Saturday. I will be doing a viewer raffle for whoever's in my stream, and so long as you're following me, you will be welcome to enter the raffle. And whoever gets it,
given that at the moment it's your players and Frici, I would suggest not tonight.
yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing.
Although that would improve my chances, because I like that.
It would improve all your chances.
I love that HOTAS. Yeah.
It does look
I-
very nice. It does look very nice. I mean, I have the X52, which is roughly on a par with it. So
Yeah,
and
I'd like one of them as well.
yeah, so I didn't see the need to trade from the X52 to the T16000.
Yeah.
Hence, it gets passed along. So yeah, I won't be doing it tonight. So come back tomorrow if you want a chance, or come back Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow or Saturday, because it'll
They're
go
gonna get
one
really
of those 2
pissed
nights.
at me at Jiu-Jitsu tomorrow.
Why is that?
What are you doing? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna sit there with chatty on your phone.
Yeah. I'll sit there with the
I'm
Twitch app
fairly
open.
certain-
It's no problem.
I'm fairly certain I know your login, Druck. If all
Yeah.
else fails, I'll enter for you.
Cheers. Appreciate.
Cool beans. Actually, I think I can do the 100 follows thing here, which gives all the info. There we go.
Yeah.
No,
No,
It's not doing it. Why is it not doing it? God damn it. Oh well.
Nice to know your bot is as reliable as mine.
Yeah, no, I think I put the
Yeah.
command in the other bot.
Can't believe yours crapped out yesterday. The only thing I will say I've got coming up, or I'm supposed to have coming up, is I was going to be doing a pair of Halloween streams for my annual Halloween horror game. Now, due to circumstances beyond my control, things have gone a bit pear-shaped, and I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get the scenario written in time. If I can't, I can't, and I apologise for disappointing potential players. But if I can, then obviously I will run. If I can't, then I may well shift it towards Christmas and run it as.
I think
Christmas horror.
we'll do something for Halloween if it's
We
only
will do something for Halloween, yeah.
pull out a game and run a pre-written scenario, but it's
Yeah.
not the same as a
No,
Drata Cup special.
but yeah, this last few weeks have been an absolute nightmare. So when I would have been normally doing prep time, I haven't been able to, basically. So
Have
shit happens.
have Fantasy Flight put anything like Mansions of Madness onto a computer version at all?
Not that I know
I'm sure there
No,
was
we-
one
of. There is
Cthulhu game had
Elder
done.
Sign,
That's the one I was thinking of.
which is which I do own. That works quite nicely on the PC version. I have that on Steam as well as on my phone, although I've played it more on my phone because it's very well suited to phones.
Mm.
In fact, Linda owns the actual, honest to God,
I
dice
do.
and card version of that.
Yep.
Which I think, have we actually played it yet?
Yes,
Oh,
we
have.
got eaten.
I think once.
Yes, because I got it at Salute,
Yeah.
but we got eaten. Died horribly.
Fair enough. Yeah, I had that happen whenever I played it on my phone, so I gave up. Even on the first easiest entity.
I've beat. Is it Yog Sothoth? Is the?
I think that's the
Can't
first one.
remember. Yeah, I've beaten Yog Sothoth. That's about the only one I've beaten. And I've only done that once or twice. Mostly I lose horribly.
Same here. So what about you, Ness? What do you got coming up? Anything or just lots of uni work?
It's lots of uni work. I still don't have any space for fixed streaming plans, so I'm
Fair
just
enough.
still in the backseat letting other people play and watch them while I'm supposed to do mathematics.
Ooh, math. I was never very good at maths.
Yeah,
you have my
me
sympathies.
neither. Yeah, thank you. I need them.
Do you write software now, Rob? Or do you manage people who write software?
I manage people, but technically I manage the guys who support the people that write the software. And I
But he
manage
doesn't know how many guys because he can't do maths.
He only knows computers. Okay.
I also manage the guys who support the guys that support the people who we sell our software to.
Good point. I just realised that there is a Steam app for Mansions of Madness. Hang on.
Is it?
Hmm.
I don't know what it does.
Is that actually Mansions of Madness or just a?
All of a sudden everyone dives into Steam.
Yeah.
I'm just having a single player co-op split screen.
Ooh.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does. I am, as we speak, downloadificating. It strikes me as it can't be the full game because it's a Fantasy Flight and it isn't costing me anything.
And it's free, which isn't Fantasy Flight at all, is it? No. A companion app for the Mansions of Madness Second
Yeah.
Edition board
Ah,
So,
game. So presumably
thought-
you need the game to go with it.
so they
I
haven't
thought
done
it
a,
might be
a
worth
PC port yet.
no.
Give
Although
them
Older
time.
Sign is very good, although it doesn't multiplayer officially.
Officially it doesn't multiplayer, no, but it's easy enough to work around.
Yeah. Right.
So anyway, yes, thank you one and all for participating for the last 8 sessions and for watching for the last 8 sessions.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun too.
Definitely.
Indeedy.
Cool stuff. I will get to writing some stuff for next year and we will revisit these characters and they will do some fun things, no doubt.
Yay!
Okay.
In the meantime, I am giving away a HOTAS one day this week, not tonight, so will be either tomorrow or Saturday. So hopefully I'll see some of you back then.
Cool.
Until then, thank you very much and good night.
Good night.
Bye!
Bye.